Jain children. In the last class we had discussed about the functions and the structure of plasma membrane, and in that topic mainly we discussed about diffusion and osmosis and different types of osmotic solutions such as hypertonic solution, isotonic solution and hypotonic solution. Then also we studied about various examples of osmosis. Then what is the use of this plasma membrane in amoeba? Related to that, we had discussed about the process called endocytosis. Now we are going to discuss about another main topic called cell wall. You know that in plant cell and animal cell, we studied as the outside structure is the plasma membrane. In addition to this plasma membrane, in plant cells and in fungi and in some other organisms, we can see that an additional covering. Instead of this there is plasma membrane, then there is an additional covering of cell wall is present, and this cell wall is very hard. So what is cell wall? It is the rigid, hard outer covering of plant cells, fungi, etc. And this cell wall is made up of a complex sugar substance called cellulose. It is made up of a complex sugar substance called cellulose. This cellulose provides structural strength to plants. Okay. So once again, what is cell wall? It is the hard outer covering of the plant cell, and it is made up of a complex sugar material called cellulose, and this cellulose provides rigidity or structural strength to plants. Cell wall permits the cells of bacteria, fungi and plant cells to withstand in very dilute solution without bursting. How it occurs? The cell, while it is placed inside a dilute solution, they take in water because of endosmosis. Then the amount of water molecules get inside the cell, that gives a pressure against the cell wall. An equal amount of pressure the cell wall also exerts towards the water molecule, and this pressure is called turgor pressure. Because of this turgor pressure, cell can withstand in such a dilute solution without bursting. Then what are the functions of cell wall? First one is, this cell wall provides shape to the plant cells. To provide shape to the plant cell. And the second function is, it also provides structural strength to plant body. Provide structural strength to plant body. And another function is, it gives protection to the cells. How? It protects the plant cells against germs and also from mechanical injury. So these are the functions of cell wall. Another topic is nucleus. We studied that there are basically three components are there in the cell. They are the cell membrane or plasma membrane, then cytoplasm and nucleus. Of this, the another important topic is the nucleus. It is a dense protoplasmic body that lies either in the middle or towards the peripheral side of the cell. This nucleus we can see in the central region in animal cell, whereas in plant cell, this nucleus is present towards the peripheral side because of the presence of a large vacuole inside the cell. Then this nucleus that contain the information which are necessary for transferring the characters from parents to offspring. Next is the structure of nucleus. A single nucleus consists of an outer double membranous structure, which is called nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane. And this nuclear membrane consists of small pores. This nucleus separates the contents from the cytoplasm from the nucleus. So this nuclear envelope consists of small pores through which the materials move in and out of nucleus and its cytoplasm. And next one is, inside the nucleus there is a colorless fluid region is present which is called nucleoplasm. In this nucleoplasm, the units such as chromatin material and nucleolus are suspended. Then next one is nucleolus. What is nucleolus? It is a small spherical body present inside the nucleus. It is called a nucleolus. It consists of ribosomes. So nucleolus is a rounded structure present inside the nucleus, and it is made up of RNA and protein, and it is the site of ribosome formation. Then another structure is chromatin material. Inside this nucleus, there we can see an entangled thread-like structure called chromatin material, or we can say chromatin reticulum. This chromatin reticulum is made up of DNA and protein. And chromatin reticulum during the cell division form as highly condensed, thick and rod-like structure called chromosomes. These chromosomes contain smaller segments called genes, that is, they are the functional segment of DNA. And you know that what is the full form for DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Then it forms the functional segment of DNA, and it is called genes. Then you know that what is the function of these genes? They transfer the characters from parents to offspring. Next is functions of nucleus. So you know that it consists of genes, so that the main function of nucleus is the transfer of characters from parents to offspring. Then another important function is it is the controlling center of the cell. That is, it controls all the metabolic activities and other activities inside the cell. And one more function is there. This cell help in cellular reproduction. Then what do you mean by cellular reproduction? That is, one cell is dividing into two new daughter cells, and that is cellular reproduction. So this cell, this nucleus plays an important role in this cellular reproduction also. The next is, what do you mean by prokaryotes and eukaryotes? That is, in some organisms, the nuclear region is present, but there is no nuclear content. Only a poorly defined nucleus is there in the cytoplasm. That is, the nucleic acid is present without a nuclear membrane. Such organisms are called prokaryotes, whereas in other organisms, a well-defined nuclear region is present. Such cell-containing organisms are called eukaryotes. Then, what is the difference between these prokaryotes and eukaryotes? The eukaryotic cells are larger in size, whereas prokaryotic cells are smaller in size. And in eukaryotic cells, many chromosomes are present, whereas in prokaryotic cell, a single chromosome is present. In prokaryotic cell, the cell organelles are absent, but in eukaryotic cell, cell organelles are present. And the main difference is, in prokaryotic cell, only nuclear region is a poorly defined nuclear region is present, and such a poorly defined nuclear region without nuclear membrane is called nucleoid. So nucleoid is present in prokaryote, but in a eukaryotic organism, a well-defined nuclear region is present. These are the differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes.